look, black people need to stop acting like using the N word is racist, or they need to stop picking and choosing when using the N word is racist. I always get asked, is it wrong, is it racist to use the N word? And today I just want to summarize briefly what I think about the N word and the use of it. First thing, I don't think using the N word in our modern society is racist. Why? For the obvious reasons that it's used everywhere in songs, in movies. It's used to greet people, of course, more within the African American communities, more within Black communities. But I've heard white people say this. I've heard white people use this in movies. So personally, I think if you use it in a jovial way, as most of the time is used, then it's not racist. But obviously, if you use it, you know, with the intention to insult, then of course it's racist. So, for example, what's up, nigga? That's not racist. But obviously, saying, I hate that no good nigga, I hate that nigga, then that's racist. You're using a racial slur, you're trying to be derogatory. Now, in terms of who can and who can't use it and things like that, again, going back, that I've heard many white people use it, in the media and in real life. But it's like the white people allowed to use it are those who are hood-like, those who are street, those who are in the hip hop scene. And when I say white, I don't mean just white. I mean anyone that's not Black. For example, Fat Joe. What's his chorus in one of his famous songs? I said, my niggas don't dance, they just pull up the pants. I'm trying to rap, my gosh. But you know what I mean. So no one tell me, did anyone hear a news headline about this? He's not Black. So he gets a pass because, okay, he's Hispanic. But then I thought Hispanics weren't called niggers. It was Black people, which I will come to in a minute, about the origins of this word and why I personally don't feel it should be used. People talk about Eminem, but it's been argued that he's actually never used the N word in any of his music. But if he does, do you think there'll be an outrage or anything? No, of course not, because he gets a pass, because he's kind of our own, or accepted as our own. And it's funny, it's not just enough to have Black friends or Black people around you to qualify you to use this word. Like I mentioned earlier, you have to have a certain type of Black friends. For example, if you're a regular white person and you have regular Black friends, maybe Black friends that aren't into hip hop or the streets and things like that, then you don't really get a pass and you get called racist. There's too much contradictions. There's too many things, too much double speak. And that's why I personally don't think using the word is racist. But I don't think the word should be used. I don't like the word. I don't like it when Black people say it. I don't like when white people say it. I don't like when anyone says it. And I personally will never understand, never, or agree with the logic of why Black people still use it today to greet each other for everything. They say it's to take back the word, it's to take back power from the word. So the original word, Niger, just means Black. It's the Latin word for Black. But then during the slave trade, white people, slave masters, they coined it or recoined the word to mean an ignorant person, right? Nigger, Nigger. So Black people have now said, well, we want to take back power from the word, but I don't think that's right. I don't think it's right. I don't think we should be taking back power of things that reminds us of suffering and oppression. It's like, for example, let's say I suffered domestic abuse. I had an abusive partner who was mentally abusive, emotionally abusive, and so on and so forth. Now, let's say at the moment that they were physically violent to me, they would call me a name, a specific name, whatever the name may be. Okay, Cookie could be something originally innocent or intrinsically innocent. Cookie, that's what they call me as they're bullying or kicking me or sexually assaulting me and things like that. But let's say I become free from them, I get away from them, and then I still insist on being called Cookie, or I deliberately, intentionally ask people to call me Cookie. It does not make sense. a reasonable person will not want anything, any links to do with a painful past. So why do black people insist on, we are the only race that does that? You know, other races at certain times may have been called racial slurs, but they don't glorify this and greet each other with this. I don't see this personally. So I don't think it should be used at all. I don't think it should be used in movies, in songs, in anything, unless to make a specific point. Words have power. Words carry energy, whether we know the meaning of the word or not, whether we appreciate the meaning of the word or not, it doesn't matter. It carries energy and it carries meaning. So we can't be calling ourselves something that was used against us in a horrible, derogatory manner. So that when a white person or non black person does use that word today, it's very clear that they're racist, but now it's not clear because it's used for everything and anything. Like I said, words carry energy, and that's why I don't even like this whole thing of calling women calling women bitch or slut or hoe, and then it's, oh, if a man does it, it's an outrage or an uproar. It doesn't make sense. And I just want to read an extract of a post or blog or an article that I read from HuffPost that I found very interesting because it summarizes basically everything I'm trying to say today. Remember, the original word, the Spanish version meaning black, yes, it's innocent, there's nothing wrong with it, but because it was turned around to mean something very horrible that marked, a generation of slavery and things like that, we can't just go back and turn it back into what it was originally, because words change all the time. So this extract goes like this. The problem with the usage of the word nigger is its roots stemming from nigger, which is harsh in nature. Some things can't be turned around. You can't just take a negative word and turn it into a positive word by changing its meaning. The word should not even be used by people of African descent, let alone someone who is non-black, whose ancestry doesn't revolve around the sufferings pertaining to it. Some black people might say they are more entitled to the word due to the slavery, oppression, racism, and segregation of their ancestors, which came alongside with being called the N-word. Some might say they've earned the usage of the word because their ancestors died during the Middle Passage and Civil Rights movement when the N-word was used for derogatory purposes. Summary, it shouldn't be used, full stop. If you have any thoughts about it, leave it in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel. If you want to support this channel, if you want to support my work, my voice, the links are in this description below. Take it easy. Bye.